said, ooh la la, Miss Tara D.
Ooh la la, Miss Tara D.
Yeah.
So, to start off with everybody tonight, how about we give a round of birthday wishes to the queen herself, Miss Tara D. Happy birthday, my dear. I hope you enjoyed the little Canva thing that I made for you. I had a lot of fun doing that last night. So I hope you enjoyed. So wearing your nothing but your birthday suit. Well, I hope you feel relaxed and cool and just
Oh,
feel free to
yes.
hang
Oh,
out, with
yep.
us tonight.
I just like to be a fly on the wall. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, better to be a fly on the wall than a fly on Mike Pence's head, right?
Yeah.
Oops, right, 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 right. I can't think of the word fly. And I don't see that. Sorry, no politics. Sorry, everybody. Welcome, welcome. It's Friday night. Allyson is taking the night off. We might be doing every other week with my girl because she's over on our Orphans Channel right now and learning about tarot. So tonight, hanging out with me. She started the week off with me, and now
Yeah.
she's ending the week off with me.
How
Is
about that?
Nancy a Crone's
Yeah.
Intuition? So
Heather's going to get tired of me.
never, never, never. And there's Miss Janet Lee.
Oh, hey,
Janet and I both
Janet.
got wonderful readings today from Hershey. That was wow. That was a powerful deck. I'm
Hmm.
telling you, when Hershey gets tapped in, she's tapped in. Let's see. Never we love you.
Oh, that's so sweet. We're just a mutual admiration society, aren't we?
Yes, we are. And Carolina is here. Hello, my dear. Good to see you. And well, we wait for a few people to pop in. Nancy and I are like, well, what do we want to have a topic? And we thought to start out, um, maybe talking about some new decks or books that we've gotten.
Yeah.
And I even pulled out a couple that I haven't used in a while because it was packed before. Wait a minute, who was tapping Hershey? Hershey was tapped in to spirit. Let me tell you, those she got these two
Uh,
decks from Brian, Blushing Her Tarot, and I can't remember the names because I kind of came in, around I think 15 minutes or so into the live. But these two decks, I mean, she was just vibing with them, and she was giving really great readings with them. So to check out what decks those were from her today. So I'll just
mm,
hop over really quick and find out what those are. And everyone just saying hello.
yeah.
So, but yeah, you never know where our conversation is going to go. But I wanted to share, Heather has something new in her collection. Heather's been kind of having a bit of a rough week, and Shan decided to get me a special gift yesterday. So Nancy, I'm gonna put myself on the big screen
Oh,
so
please
everybody can
do.
see
Oh,
it.
please do. And show us in deadly detail because I want to see it close up again.
Alrighty, so there is a store here in downtown Ashland called Sound Peace, and they sell crystals and books and metaphysical stuff. And they have something called articulated dragons, and they also have snakes too, along with a dragon egg. So, and they come in different colors. And I spotted this one and said, oh, I'll have to come back another time for it. And Shannon's like, sweetheart, just get it. So I would like everybody to meet Nyx, Nyx. She is my new articulated dragon. And this is her and the different colors. So this is her underbelly. And as you can see, she moves. Her wings go up and down like that. Her legs stay straight, but her tail. And so it's just amazing. And these are created with 3D printers. And so this was my beautiful gift from Shan. And that is my little lovely dragon Nyx. And I have to find my male blue dragon Marmaduke, and they'll have to hang out. I was going to try to hang her on my shoulder, but I don't want it to. Whoop! Yeah, I don't want
Yeah.
her to
You
fall
don't
off
want
and
it. Oh,
break.
no, that would be terrible.
So she comes in, they come in all different colors at the
Gorgeous.
store. And if you go to soundpeace.com, I do believe they're on their website, and you can take a look at the other ones. So,
Well, my granddaughter got a 3D printer for Christmas, and I am going to ask her to make me one. So it will be interesting to see if she can, because she's gonna this month she's going to be 10. So, and her brother next month will be 12. So they're growing up so fast.
I know they all do. And Tom Early Rituals joined us. And Jan, I know she's really pretty. I just love, yeah. I wasn't sure what I was going to name her, and Nick's just boom into my head. So I may even jokingly call her Stevie from time to time. I don't know. I think she'd be okay with that. And let's see. I was alone in a back seat of an Uber driving through the Bronx looking for Miss Taro D. Miss Taro D. Was it as good for you as it was? Oh my gosh, so you guys did. Oh, you guys did meet up though. You have an open invitation. Oh, so Tom, I thought you got to see Miss Taro D.
Oh, that would have been wonderful. Yeah.
Did you hear me calling your name last night? Oh, come hither, yonder, Miss Taro D. As Tom would say, batting my lashes at you.
Yes.
I remember you saying that, Tom. So let's see. Get caught up here on chat. Oh, to your back. Okay, I'll just leave you two alone with that. You just carry on in the chat. Just remember, try to keep it, at least PG-13 if possible.
I know when I close my eyes, I get an image, and it's not PG-13.
And there is Gerald. Howdy, Gerald. What's going on, Stash Man?
Gerald.
How are you? For people popping in, Allison's taking the night off. She's hanging out with Stephen, learning some tarot on his channel. So Miss Nancy agreed to join me this evening. I was going to reach out to you, Tom, but I wasn't sure if, short notice, if you had a long day. So maybe on another off night, you can join. Or if anybody would like to join Nancy and I, the more the merrier. And I can put the link in the chat. So just let us know.
We're just kind of loosey-goosey tonight. We're just going to talk
loosey-goosey.
about whatever.
And Shelby is here. That is Moon Fox. And Tom said, I had a long day and slightly hungover. Yeah, whatever, Tom. We'll just I'm just going to stop right there. But he knows I'm picking on him. He's like my little bro. So, all righty. Nancy, did you want to start sharing your favorite new books and decks? And
well, I have got a really unusual deck that is brand new. It's an oracle deck. It was on Amazon. You could pre-order it, and they immediately went out of stock. I mean, they came in before they had said that the date was, and then they got them back in, and they were all gone again. And it is, I think Gerald would like this, 100 Divinations for Uncertain Days. And it is by Maria Popova. And it is 100 oracle cards and a little guidebook.
And there may even be a bluebird in there, right, Nancy?
There's no bluebird. I don't think there's a bluebird, because I have been through every card. In fact, I read every card in this deck to Pam Batchelor.
And there's no bluebirds? Oh my God.
I don't think there is, but what it has is it has all these different birds, awesome. And then it has a poem that she has written probably over decades. This one right here is a Penduline Tit. And the poem says, I mean, this is just random. I have no idea what it says. Beauty is the present suspended in attention, the surface opening into a great internal chamber of light becoming lighter. And what I'm using these for is journal prompts. And this one is a painted bunting. And it says, there is no way to secure living against loss, no defensive attitude that would save you from the constant attacks of change. But if you open entirely to the moment, feel the edge of the beautiful, and the edge of the difficult, you are no longer a prisoner of time, but its true equal. So, you know, I just absolutely love them. So I wanted to just show you all that. And, you know, it's a chunky deck. And it was, what I did was I went to Thrift Books.
Mm-hmm.
And on Amazon, you have to wait for it, and it's $42. And on Thrift Books, I think it's brand new, it's sealed. And it is $32. So I got it with postage. It was maybe $36, and it came within a week. So I'm happy with this deck. I really am. Then I got another one that came today that was recommended by Pam Batchelor. It's the Yokai Tarot, and it's a Japanese tarot, and the images are just beautiful.
I can see Tom going, huh? Ooh, that squirrel? What?
Let's see. Here we go.
Thank you, Gerald. He says, I have hosted a lot of great guests on her channel. I like to think so. I like having good energy.
Here's the Fool. The Turtle.
When I see that.
And here's the Magician.
Aww.
And here is the High Priestess.
And Janet says she also uses Thrift Books. She gets great deals on old books.
Yes. And here's the Empress. And of course, it has a lot of Japanese folklore in when you read the card, you know. And the Emperor is, well, the Emperor, I guess, is a dragon, but we'll call him a dragon, even though I do believe he's a snake. I'm not sure.
He looks like a dragon.
Okay. In the
Don't have to worry about the snakes, Nancy. I got a deck here that's got several in them, so.
Okay, but
it's
let me
the real ones
here. And this is the Chariot, and then I'll stop. But I think it's just so sweet, and I love it because it feels good. I think it's going to be easy to shuffle.
It makes me think a little bit of that anime too, or the manga, or whatever they call it, manga. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And then
I can never get into that art, but there's a lot of very talented artists that do create that. And I know Magus has a channel just for his love of manga and everything, you know, anime. And Shelby says those are really beautiful. And Gerald says, Nancy, what was the name of the first deck you showed? The 100 card oracle.
It is 100 divinations for uncertain days.
And not a single bluebird in there.
No, if there is, I forgot, because, you know, going through 100 cards, that's a lot of cards, and reading the poetry on everyone. And the poetry is so thought provoking, and it may be on Amazon now. I mean, I don't know, but, and then I have another one that is, it's kind of like the Light Seers, and, it's out of order. It's Wild Reflections Tarot, and the publisher is Weispel. And it has a barcode. It's not, you know, one of those. You know. It's gold edged, and here's the backs.
The backs are beautiful.
And this is the Page of Cups. And here's the Tower.
Heather's very picky. My taste had been changing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But I liked this deck because, like, here is Justice. It's different, you know, but it's And then here, let me just look through.
And Tom said the yokai are fascinating to learn about. They are the spiritual creatures from Japanese folklore.
Yeah, I was looking at I told Heather if I read with it, I'm going to have to read a little out of the book, because what I like about each deck is every deck that you get has like a different slant. And I have one more. Can I do one more, Heather?
Oh, yeah. I mean, you're my guest. We have plenty of time.
Well, I didn't know, because I found these on Amazon, and they are absolutely gorgeous. Mm-hmm. This one is the Tarot of Sacred Kingdoms, the Talisman edition.
Ooh, that looks like a dragon's eye.
It is, and I want to see if I can show you the Lover's card, because now the thing about these decks, I have there's a series of them. There's the Sacred Kingdoms that I'm showing you, the Talisman edition. Then there's one that's just the Sacred Kingdoms. And then there's the Tarot of the Shadow Realm, which has some kind of scary stuff in it. But like
perfect for Halloween.
Yes, here's the Moon.
Ooh, I like that.
And this is the backs.
Oh, I like the backs even better.
Yeah. Here is the World. A little bit of dragon energy.
Ooh.
And the Fool. I love the Fool.
Mm-hmm.
And I was trying to find I wanna find the Lover's card, because
and I was telling Nancy backstage, I just still do not, for me personally, like the word the Fool. You know, we're travelers, we're seekers. We come on this, you know, into this earth plane for an adventure, you know, for a journey. And I don't know, I still just don't resonate with the Fool. But I digress. Sorry.
Well, I'm trying to find, just a second, I'm trying to find the Lover's
Gerald
card.
says I need googly eyes for underneath my cup. And I'm like, I don't know. I was thinking maybe getting two, you know, fingers that are going like this.
Okay, I bought the deck because of this card.
Hot flash. Yep. Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
That's the Lovers.
Oh.
And I love that. And then
and Shelby wants to know, she loves those. What deck are you pulling those again from?
This is the Tarot of Sacred Kingdoms, the Talisman edition. I got it on Amazon.
There you go, Shelby.
And it has a barcode, you know. And here's the Strength card.
Aww.
You know, they're just so pretty. And here's the High Priestess.
I would like that, but the glowing eyes, it's just like I'm ready for like laser beams to come out.
And I love this Hanged Man because it's different. But look, I mean, he's...
Yes.
But I love it, you know, because of the way he's looking out on things and seeing things maybe he didn't see before, you know.
Bye-bye, Gerald. Enjoy dinner.
Bye, Gerald. But anyhow, that's my decks that I wanted to.
And Miss Tarot D said, gorgeous.
Yeah, I think it's I'm really pleased with it, and it
almost kind of like we got a dragon theme going here tonight. Tom, were you in chat when I was sharing? I think you were. My little dragon. I got to find a way of seeing if I can fit her to stay on my shoulder when I do certain shows. That would be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and this is just for fun, Nancy. I'm having fun with you. People were like a couple of months, I think this was before I moved. Nancy and I were doing, I think, a Divine Feminine. And she's like, I'm telling you what, no more decks. I'm just going to keep what I have and just study the ones I got. I really got to stop. And that was September. Mm-hmm. No, that was what? April, May, June, July.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I'll tell you what.
The reason, okay. I don't get out a lot. I don't go out to eat.
Yeah.
I don't buy a lot of clothes. I don't. Now I did redo my living room, and I have a carpet that has two beautiful orange tigers on it. Oh, I just love it.
I've seen the pictures.
Um,
Gorgeous.
but and so my pleasure is my decks. You know.
And she also bought 4 works from a favorite artist of hers too, to
Yes, I
decorate
did.
her walls
I
with.
did. Yes, and I have them all over my house. Yes. And I highly recommend this artist.
I wonder who she is.
I don't know.
How do I know it's a she? I must be psychic or something.
Yeah, you must be psychic. I tell you. I tell you what.
I tell
Say
you
that
what.
a lot, and I never realized it until everybody
And
started saying it.
and a lot of people in chat are on Facebook that follow me and have commented. So I appreciate all the wonderful comments on
Yeah.
my last piece. And Miss Tarot D says, "Big decks are my pleasure too, my dear."
Yeah, yeah.
So
And I
so
don't
many
know.
decks, so little reading. For me, it's like so many little readings to do. You know what I mean?
Well, and I have all these. That's why I look forward to fall and winter, because
Mhm.
that's when I really immerse myself in my decks and read all these books that I have bought. I buy books and then they get put on the shelf, you know, and and so I'm looking forward to this winter to really delving deep into oh, look what she's got.
Miss Tarot D's here, and I figure Miss Tarot D might want a birthday reading at some point. So look what I grabbed for you, Miss Tarot D.
Ah, awesome.
And the bag, of course, was sewn by my friend Miss Allyson. So
Yes.
lovely bag just for these. So they're right here. Let's see. My TBR list is insane. Oh, TBR, to buy, to read. I can't. All these acronyms now. I mean, people are going to look back in history and go, wait a minute. They used to write the words. First of all, they used to do hieroglyphs and just symbols. Then they started doing these long prose and long sentences and all this stuff. And then we ended up going back again to little emoji like hieroglyph images with acronyms.
And I wanted to share something I've been doing.
And don't I just want to donate them.
As long as, and I don't know if anybody has thought of doing this or not, but I bought a lot of cigar boxes on eBay. And I have taken a lot of the cigar boxes and made a place to put my decks. And I have several Egyptian decks, but I did this. This is a cigar box. And I did this for an Egyptian deck that I love. And this is what I put on the front. I had this card that came with something I ordered. They just included this. And then what I did was I've got the deck here, but I did this.
Oh, how beautiful, Nancy.
And I have so much fun, because, we all like to create. I mean, I think probably we all have a need to create. What are you laughing at? What's going on in the
Miss
chat?
Carol D, she goes, "It is my birthday, Heather, so now you have to give them to me. I have several people watching as witnesses." I would be glad. I will happily be glad to give you a reading with them, but no, I can't give them to you, my dear. I wish I could. I mean, I know how much you love them, and I wouldn't have them if it wasn't for the generous, assistance from Jackie's Crystal Moon. She really helped. Help me get these. So, and wow, so rude. Who? Not me. And Shelby says, "I'm drawing right now as I'm listening." That is
that's awesome.
And she said your cigar boxes are so beautiful.
Well, I try, and I did this one for my Santa Muerte deck. It's it's a Crazy Alice cigar box, and look, it's got
Oh, that's right. The Vix, is that for the Vixen cards that you just got?
No, this is
Oh,
for the Santa
oh, the
Morte.
Santa Morte. I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
saw the
yeah. Now
Allison
I
one.
have I have the Vixen. I have all my Vixen cards in the big box that he sent. The deck, and all three of the decks fit in it. And
That's right.
I haven't used that deck. I've got it here. It's the Alice in Wonderland deck. I
That I want to
didn't
see
have
you
I
start
didn't have
reading.
any Alice in Wonderland decks, and none of them. I don't know. I just couldn't find one that I liked. But
That Allison, I would love to see you start reading with that because that's an amazing deck. There's only one card that I really don't, because for me, a lot of decks that, make it or break it are the High Priestess for me. And this High Priestess does not resonate with me. But the
this
rest
is
of the
the
artwork
box it
is
came in.
beautiful. Hmm.
Uh, but this is what we're talking about. I don't know if uh, big cards.
By Vixen. Yep.
Uh-huh.
They're the ones that made the Ethereal.
Yes. And all of his decks are dark.
Hmm.
And these are still in order because I haven't let's see, which one don't you like?
Remember, I think it was the High Priestess that had that crazy,
Oh,
like, razor sharp Cheshire
here's the
cat.
high priest.
Yeah, yeah, that's not.
But look at the Empress. I don't know. There's something about this Empress. I don't know why. And this will sound crazy, but it reminds me of Marie Antoinette. I mean, doesn't even look like Marie
Hi,
Antoinette.
Beth.
Hey, Beth.
Oh yeah, I can see that totally.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And
And Miss
the
Tarot G says really quick, I totally agree. I love boxes and bottles, Nancy.
and it's gold edged, and it's beautiful. Here's the Four of Swords, just to show you something that's not a major.
Yeah, I mean the whole deck is really cool.
Yeah,
That
it's not
High
a pip deck.
Priestess.
That none of his decks are pip decks, so I like that. But
Well,
anyway,
that's a great segue because Heather has no problems with pip decks, and I brought one to share that I've had for a little bit. But really quick, Miss Tarot D also said I had to get rid of all my boxes because we didn't have room in the apartment. Yep, same here when we moved. And Beth
I was
said,
holding
"Hello,
it up for
women."
Beth. It's
There
the
we go.
Wonderland deck, Wonderland Shadows deck by Vixen. It's one of the ethereal decks.
Yep, he made the ethereal, and then Nancy treated me, well, the both of us, to his
Yeah.
Obsidian Veil
Here's
deck.
the three different decks that he's done.
Yep.
So
And she said, "Thank you, Nancy."
you're welcome. You're welcome.
So, is there anything else that you wanted to share before I moved on to my goodies?
No, I just have one book.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, do you want to do yours and then
No,
we can do
go ahead.
books? This is just one book that I have. It's by Vincent Patisi, and he died within the last year, but it's called The Radical Tarot, and it's breaking all the rules. And he talks about how he reads tarot, and like he has a thing for all the minors where he breaks it down into like the pages is a new path, the knights are action, the queens are patience, the kings are knowledge, and then the majors, he has like a picture of the fool, well, all of the majors, and then he has different things written in, and then you can write in what you want, what you feel it.
I think that's cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting, and he shares a lot about his practice and about how he would go and do readings and about about the energy of it. But sometimes it was just so crazy, because you would show up at a place to do readings and there are all these people and there's all these different energies. And I mean, it's just a very entertaining book to read. So that's what I wanted to share. So I'm done.
And I have something a little bit similar, but I want to share with what Beth just posted. Have y'all seen the tarot deck on Etsy with cats in New Orleans? It
Oh,
uses photos of New Orleans as backdrops to cats who kind of look like those cats. I try to avoid Etsy because every time I go on
yes,
Etsy, I
that's
see these decks and I'm like, oh my God,
oh my goodness.
$70,
Well, I went to this
$80.
website where they have it's in South Africa, and it's the Madonna deck, the Black Madonna deck, and the Red Mary Magdalene deck, and the first two are $190 each, and the third one is $200 each, and they're absolutely exquisite. But I can't I well,
Yeah.
you
I
know.
mean, I could see spending that money on a hand painted or handcrafted deck. Like there's that one artist that does that. She sells hers. I think you and Ginger were telling me about her. I can't remember her off the top of my head, but she hand paints tarot decks and she uses glitter on some of them and she gets about $600 or $800, per deck, which I thought was just
Well,
amazing.
having said that, okay, the deck is, let's just say the deck's $200. Okay. How many of these does it take? How many of these random things that you buy does it take that where you could have something that's very, very special like that? But
Mhm.
I was looking at it, and I honestly don't think that I would read with it. I would look at the pictures, because it's like a spiritual experience. But I have
Mhm.
Mary Magdalene decks, and I have a Mother Mary deck, and I think that's enough for me. But
I could get behind that. I have a set of um, color pencils I bought. Oh, it's been a good 5, 6 years, maybe a 7. When I was in my color pencil buying frenzy,
mhm.
pretty much during COVID. So yeah, it's been about 5 years, and I've tried using some of them, but then when I go to use them, I'm like, no, but you're going. It's the whole package, and it's like should I grab it so people know what I'm talking about? Um, Hold on a second.
Yeah.
I know this is tarot, but Heather with her art. So it's still available. It's roughly 100 some dollars. I may just have to get an extra one some days, but it comes with a beautiful box. It's called the Tribute Masters Collection by Marco Ruffino, I believe it is, and comes in this nice little gift bag. And I think I'm pretty sure I've showed these before. And it's like a box case, and here's the fronts of them. And each box contains colors that were used by a particular artist. Now, I was a little miffed that no women were represented in this one, especially O'Keeffe or Marisol or Marisot, but and they're done absolutely beautiful. They have these little satin pulls that you can just use to gently pull out, and it comes out like a book.
Mm.
And this one here is Monet, and they put like a little quote from the artist on the back, and this one is, I would advise young artists to paint as they can, as long as they can, without being afraid of painting badly. And it comes usually with a little piece of protective paper, which I have packed somewhere else, but they open like a book, and there are the pencils on one side. And then on this side here, it gives a description of Monet, and it gives the name of the colors that are the pencils. And I have sharpened them. I've tried to use them a couple times, but I don't know. I may just keep these and magnetic strip. So we have Monet. Um, we have, let's get you back in there. I have Matisse. I have Klimt, Degas, Renoir, Cezanne, Van Gogh, and Escher. And of course, Escher is all black and white color pencils, and a little bit of that.
That's an amazing set, Heather.
And so I decided I don't know if I'm really going to use these. Um, it's like I paid money for them and they're just sitting there. So, but yeah, Van Gogh, his color pencils were based on, of course, the Starry Night. And he says on the back, I dream of painting and then I paint my dream.
Oh,
So,
I love that.
and yeah,
Well, I love to paint, but it doesn't look very good, but I enjoy doing it.
and that's
So
all that matters.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
all that matters. So, where was Heather going with this? Is that when you were saying, saving up for something that you really, I think that's where we were going, for
Mm-hmm.
something that we oh, but you can be appreciated with the decks, with the Mary decks. So for me, I
Yeah.
understand that. I spent, $100 some on this, so that
Mhm.
I don't necessarily think I'm going to use it, but I can take them out, look at them, feel them, see them. They'll give me joy that way. So again, in the future, I may buy another set and just be able to enjoy taking those out.
Look what Beth said
And I
in the
got it
chat.
back up here. So let's see. Um, oh boy, I went up. Oh, let me go. Let me go see what Beth said because I noticed I missed a lot of chat. Every single artist represented in spirit in that set would urge you to use the pencils. Yep, they probably would, but I would need a backup, and I wanted to make sure that they're still available in the event that I do go ahead and use them. That I can replace that special set. So I'm just going to hop up really quick.
Well, that's exciting that Hector does so well with his art.
He does.
That's exciting. I've seen some of it and it's absolutely beautiful.
And Beth says, I still remember back in the day when I bought indie decks for $40 and freaked out about that. I freaked out about that.
Yes.
Spacious and textured back in the day. And Miss Taro D said, why not? People spend hundreds on wine or thousands on cars or shoes that
Yes.
just sit there. So why not a deck that you treasure? I could not agree more. And Beth says, I just bought and received the Hedge Witch tarot, and she
Oh.
loves it. And
Mm.
Beth says, I love Marisol, for me, back then, because women were expected to paint, being a mother and being a housekeeper and everything. Not a lot of women, in that time got to go really do a lot of landscapes. But for me, I got to see, a Marisol when I lived in Buffalo, worked as a guard at the gallery, and her brushwork is just absolutely incredible. It was consistent. It had energy. It had a tenderness. It was soft. It was dynamic. So yeah, a lot of women still don't get the acknowledgement that they. I had a big long hair white cat named Sammy. Aww, in a red dress. Of course, Sammy was like, "What are you doing to me?" But yeah, I'd love to. We love our babies. And Nancy, if I ever become rich, I will buy you two of the decks, one to collect and the other for to play with. Oh, Miss Taro D,
Oh.
what about me? I'll just have to take a plane trip over and visit Miss Taro D, and she can take us on a shopping spree. There we go.
Yeah.
Um, so let's see, Heather,
Well,
are we
first you'll have to
artists?
get one of those driver's license. I mean, I don't know if anybody's tried to get a driver's license from the DMV, but it's a freaking nightmare.
Here, oh, you mean for interstate,
Oh my gosh. So many people are having to get the special license so they can fly.
oh, I
And
don't fly.
my license, I started in April. I started to try and
Yeah.
make an appointment to go. And when I finally got an appointment is September 25th. I have been waiting since May.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have a chauffeur. My son is taking me everywhere because my driver's license has run out. I'm afraid that, if I got stopped, I'd get a ticket. It's not my fault. I've been trying to get an appointment. Has anybody else had that problem? Because I think it's that
I
way
did it.
everywhere.
Well, mine's just for regular driving here.
Yeah.
But Miss Taro D, no, Heather, you have your tiles to keep you busy.
No, that's what I'm talking about, Beth. But the thing is that, I mean, I think I'm going to go ahead and get one of the things that you have to have when you get that with the
The enhanced
where
license.
you can, travel by air in the United States. You have to have a social security document that has your name, your address, and your social security number on it. Now,
Good
most
freaking
of the
Lord.
stuff that Social Security sends you doesn't have your social security number on it. But in going through all this stuff that I've been cleaning up, I found a document. I was so excited that had it on it. So I've got that. But I figured as long as I've waited, I'll just go ahead and get that special, I'll get all the stuff that I need to get that special deck. Not special deck, special driver's license. Got decks on the brain, Heather.
Dex? Yeah, Dex. We're talking about Dex, Miss Taro D. We got lucky and got our appointment pretty quickly, but getting the documentation was a pain in the ass. And Beth has agreed with you too. Having trouble in Cali.
Yeah.
This is why people hate the DMV.
Yeah.
And I feel bad because those poor folks have to take all of that abuse because of all that bureaucratic red tape.
In our local DMV office, there are 2 people working.
Mm-hmm.
And the line, see, I don't want to go and stand in a line for 4 or 5 hours. I wanted an appointment.
They don't have chairs for you to sit on. They do in all the other ones.
You stand outside the DMV and they let you in, I mean, it's crazy. Well, anyway, tell us about your stuff, Heather. I got off on a rant. Excuse me. I'm sorry, but I am just so upset about it.
You're my guest. I don't mind. That's what guests are for. Guests are expected to talk and have fun and interact with their chats and have a good time. So no worries, my dear. So this book I picked up because I got this and then I saw the dragon. I said, well, I'll get the dragon at a later time. And that's when Shannon was like, no, you get your book. I'll get you your dragon. So I came across this at the store, and it was and we don't have to pay sales tax here. So $19.99 was what I paid for it. And I'm a little kind of like, well, I thought because what the book does is that it takes each card and breaks down the symbolism. So let me open up. I just opened right up to the Empress. So over here on this page, it gives you like the meanings, and then it points to the numbers of the symbols. And then on this page, it breaks it down, each of the symbols. Now, I haven't read the introduction all the way through, so I don't know if these are necessarily Pamela's interpretation of the symbols, and they took this information from there, but I think they might have taken some of their own. But some of them resonate with me. I'm kind of like, yeah, I get that. And then some others, oh, I'm not quite sure. But I was thinking maybe returning it, but no, I think this is going to be very valuable. I just have to give it some time. And it basically breaks down every symbol that is in the card, and they give a explanation of it or a clarification of it. And so far, I think it will be good. I want to expand a little bit more, get a little deeper, not so super deep, because lately, my memory as I'm getting older, and from having menopause, from having to take mental health medication since 2011, and having COVID, a lot of that affects memory, especially with the medication. So for me, I'm able to retain smaller bits of information, and so sometimes I may have to reread stuff. But with this book here, it gives me time to kind of step back and relearn a little bit at times. So hopefully I can retain my long-term memory of things, and then I can add some little ones here as we go along. So let's see. No. What's no? There's no way they shouldn't have given me that license. That they were power tripping. Oh boy. Yeah, and a lot of people have to get used. I mean, yeah. Shan holds a lot for me because I tell her I don't know here.
Excuse me, I'm reading Miss Tara D's
I have that book. It's got some good stuff in it. Okay. My memory is just fine. who are you people and why am I here?
Just-
And it is interesting and it's inexpensive. And I mean, really, they break down, you get a lot of information.
Mhm.
So whether or not this is actually Pamela's, like I said, I have to read a little bit more, but they break down with each card, and then underneath the definition, if you go to read this as a card of the day, as a prognosis or a tendency, for love and relationships, they have for success and happiness, spiritual basics. So, yeah, I do believe this is going to be a keeper. I'm getting back into, um, you know, again, I don't want to say relearning. Yeah, I think I could say relearning. I'm, expanding. Good night, Shelby. Thanks for hanging out with us. My other book I wanted to share is one that I did get last year. Spiritual Rain had bought it and was telling us about it. And I ended up packing this, was one of the first things I packed. So I really didn't get into reading it too much, but it's called The Inner Tarot by Kate Van Horn. And so this is basically, I mean, she teaches you the basics about the cards like that book would, but she comes at this from a place of healing from the trauma that she suffered as a young child. She does share, doesn't go, of course, into detail, but she does share about her trauma from being sexually abused as a child in her household and how that did affect her body image and what, her, I think she had something like anorexia or bulimia. She had an eating disorder, she mentioned, and difficult relationships with men, and coming across the tarot and diving into it and finding how it became a healing tool for her. And so she lectures now. She's also a 500-hour registered yoga teacher, and she is a certified intuitive reader. She does have abilities, psychic abilities, something that she kind of suppressed when she was younger, especially while going through, the abuse and everything. But I'm enjoying reading this, picking this up now. And she gives exercises, which I am doing. And one of them I want to share with everybody in case you want to give this a try, especially people who might be just picking the tarot up again, maybe after a long period of time or just for the first time. Hey, Scott, how you doing? I hear that you're going to be visiting a very lovely person that I hold very much dear to my heart tomorrow.
Heather,
Oh. I didn't say anything. Anyway, Scott, it's good to see you. So, it tells you to pull from three, separate your tarot deck in three piles. One is the major arcana. You separate into the minor arcana and then into the court cards. And so you shuffle. And so from the major arcana, what lesson should I focus on first? And then that'll be, the cards to study. What minor arcana action should I first learn about? And then you pull from there. And then the court card is which court card personality wants to introduce themselves to me first. And so I already went ahead, started that exercise. I got Tower, I got Three of Cups, and I got the King of Cups. So I think this is a great way of maybe each day diving a little bit more, and then having a book like what Nancy has and like what I have, going in and seeing what she has the explanations in here too of the cards, but being able to look at different perspectives and learning about the cards that way. So I already started that lesson, and with this book too, I know I say a lot of ums, but she also, because of her writing poetry to kind of help her get through those moments, she started writing verses to go with each of the cards. Like I just opened up randomly and I got the Eight of Pentacles. And her poem was, to heal is to find beauty in the dirty fingernails, the ones with soil tucked under them. on the hands clutching the stems of freshly grown and picked flowers. To heal is to appreciate the effort as much as the gift. So she includes the symbolism, a deeper reflection. She shares her poetry along with the key words. And so, so far, I really enjoy this book. I recommend it, definitely. Um, so let me back up a little bit here. And okay, did I miss something that Miss Taro D said? The treatments really screwed me up. Yeah, you share that you get some of that brain fog from the chemo. Um, and we always send you lots of love, Miss Taro D, especially when we hear that to help you through those moments.
Yes.
Miss Taro D says, Tom, I don't know if you know this, but Heather just told. Oh, someone's going to be so angry with me. I'm so sorry.
That's wrong. I mean,
It's wrong.
clearly, what Miss Tara D said.
She'll get jealous.
Tomorrow I'm cleaning house.
Yeah.
Oh, and Beth asked a question that I thought was good.
Okay, let me back up. Which tarot decks are you two currently using the most?
Well, you go first, Heather.
No, you go ahead. I got to think about that.
Well, I okay, I'm using tarot. Okay. Well, the one that I'm using right now, because I'm working with Santa Muerte, is the Santa Muerte Colors tarot deck. I don't have the cards here. They're in my bedroom because I use them at night. And the other tarot deck, well, I use the Mystic Palette a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I really like this deck. And I'm also using this Santa Muerte deck, which is just a joy to use. I love it. And the Oracle deck that I'm working with right now is the Death Doula Oracle.
Ooh.
And it has a nice guidebook and the cards. This is the card of surrender. This is a beautiful deck. And so and this is from the Ashes.
Ooh, that reminds me a little bit of the Tildewick. I still would love to get that deck.
And then here's balance, and then I'll stop.
You can keep going. We're good.
No, that's okay. I just was sharing. I mean, it's a beautiful deck. I got it on Etsy. Took a while to get because he only ships out, certain dates. So I had to wait a long time for it, but it was worth the wait.
And Beth said that Sepia Mystic Palette is really nice for autumn. Yes. And I have a set
I absolutely love it. I ordered the color one for the guidebook because this one does not have a guidebook with it.
Yep.
But I absolutely love this deck, and I love the images. And this is just one that I've been working with is the Ten of Cups.
Mm-hmm. That deck contains my favorite Three of Swords.
Too. Oh my goodness, yes. And the Eight of Swords, it means such an incredibly, I mean, it just really helped me after the death of my husband, that Eight of Swords card. But they're I like the sepia tones better than the jewel tone, but that's just me.
I first learned of that deck from Ginger. I saw her giving me a reading with it, and I was like, whoa. When I saw that Two of Swords, I was like, whoa, stop.
Yeah.
What deck is that? And yeah.
And look at the Hermit. Whoop. Oh, he got bent in the box. My goodness. There we go.
Oh, the Hermit, yeah.
I love that. And this is the backs. But this is a beautiful deck. Yeah.
My favorite, I think one of my favorite hermits is actually from the Tarot de Nuit. and it's
Oh,
got a female holding, she's got a raven, she's got her staff, and it's like these blacks and purples and reds. And to me, she just embodies the Morgan to me. And I'm
uh,
starting to work again, reach out with the Morgan. I got a book coming next month through
awesome.
Sound Peace too.
She's been knocking on your door for a long time,
For a
Heather.
while, and now that I'm here, and because of certain things that are occurring in my life, I am going to accept her offer of protection and helping me regain
Mhm.
power and regain footing and trusting in my magic and stuff. So she's okay and Mary's okay. I checked with all my
Mhm.
goddesses that I work with, and so far the energy feels like, yep, we're all good. And I'm like, okay, well then we get to start moving forward. So, for
Who's
what was I
Three
going
of
to?
Swords you like?
I know, isn't that amazing?
Yeah, yeah.
No
And
deck has
David
ever
Series.
had.
Yeah.
We so needed that
Yes.
because they always show either just a heart
And
or they say a
the
female.
here's the Eight of Swords that I love.
Oh, the cardinal.
That's I think if that's my favorite Eight of Swords of any deck. I think so.
Ooh, and Janet says, I don't know anything about the Morgan. And so, Janet, maybe Nancy and I will have to revisit the Morgan on a Divine Feminine, or
Yeah,
Sacred Feminine, excuse me.
yeah,
Um, Once I get my book, and maybe we can compare notes. I saw a beautiful.
yeah.
That's why at Etsy I got to stay away from Etsy, because I saw a Morgan statue. I mean, technically 67 is not bad for something that's carved wood.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to wait. I have a card from one of our goddess oracles with her on it that I keep, and I found recently, a crow and a raven feather, so I put that up there with the cards to, acknowledge
Mm-hmm.
her presence. So, but yeah, what do I have? So those were the two book. Yep, those were the two. Oh, the decks. That's what we're talking about. I get so discombobulated sometimes. For me right now, I'm going to be working a lot with the Radiant Rider Waite, because I just don't like the colors that Pamela used for her deck. I like the Radiant Weight. It was a better palette color, and of course they put keywords and stuff on there and other information on. So seeing that I'm relearning and going through, I think that would be the best deck for me to use for my exercises. But I don't know if Carolina's still in chat, but she donated to me the Crow Tarot, which is what I use to communicate now when I need to with the
Beautiful,
Morgan.
beautiful deck.
So, Jackie! Oh my
Yes.
God, girl, it's been forever. The other Jackie from across the pond. How you doing? Yeah, it's late where you are, girl. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. So for me, I've been working more again. I've been working with the Crow Tarot. I absolutely just love how unique. Um, I don't know how to pronounce your last name properly. Is it Kulain? MJ Kulain? Is that
I
how you
think
pronounce
so.
it?
I think
Huh?
so.
Kulain?
Well,
And
you know how I am with pronunciation, so
I know I try to do my best. Her way of that she creates, it's not my style, but it's so creative. And she makes it work. So I
Mhm.
absolutely love. And I think my one of my favorites is the Nine of Pentacles, where the crow is sitting on top of a wolf. Oh, there you are, and has a butterfly on it. So a couple of my favorite, animal totems. So yeah, very unique deck. I like this. And the sun card, no creepy baby. It's a wonderful crow. Although it doesn't look like the horse is too happy with that crow on
Yeah.
its back with those talons. But anywho, so I'm working with starting to work more with that deck. I did get the the Talisman Oracle earlier this month or late last month that I'd love to use. I don't get to do too many readings because when we do our Monday show, we're doing basically Divine Feminine. So I'll pull my tiles, or I'll pull, a basic
Hmm.
tarot deck to go with. But yeah, I have so many, but I am pulling this one back out. And Hierophant is not one of my favorite cards because of, the Christian iconography in it, or
Mhm.
representation in it. This deck here is a pip deck, and I absolutely love this Hierophant because it focuses on the keys. I think it was just
Ah,
beautifully done. So when I see this, I'm like, yes. And the Hermit card, oh, there's another one that's one of my favorites. I love it,
yeah, I
like little
heard.
moths
Yeah.
to a flame. The Three of Swords. Um, I just like how she did this, and you can find this deck. I still believe it's available on Amazon. And for the core cards, she uses animals. So for the cups, of course, you're going to have fish. For the air, she had some cranes or herons. I mean, look at this moon card. Look at that wolf.
It's beautiful.
I just yeah. So and again, like I said, I don't mind the Wildcats for the wands. There's the Queen of Wands. The King of Pentacles is a bull.
Oh,
um, so yeah, it's animals. There's only a couple people, like the High Priestess is a female. The Emperor is actually half of a skull with a crown on it, which I thought was pretty cool how they did that.
mm,
Um, so when you have wands and cups, this is how they're shown. And for me, the pips, um, I'm not so distracted with looking at all the symbolism. For me, it's like, okay, 3 of this, 6 of this. This is the meaning. You know what I mean? For me,
mhm.
it's less of a of it's not overwhelming. It's not like an uh, I'm trying to. It's like it's not symbolism overload for me. It's like and I've been kind of doing some transference or inverting in lately. So especially with the 5 and 7 of swords, sometimes I transpose and recount. So for me, I like this because it's right there, boom, 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 and so. But yeah, this Knight of Swords is beautiful, beautiful horse. Um, so yeah, so that's what I brought to work with me. And just really quick, this jumped out at me, something I've had for a while. But for people who remembers or may not know of Susan Sedan Boulay, she was this incredible artist who we lost early on in the 90s from breast cancer. But she did these amazing art for shamans, goddesses,
Ooh.
Celtic peoples, and everything. And so they put a collection of her animals into a card. And this is actually, oh, it's a raven card. And so she'll give you the symbology, a little bit of a description. And yeah, her artwork was just absolutely amazing. Um, Dolphins. Oh, and look at this. Oh, so I have to take a picture of this and send it to Selena. She loves the owls. So there's the owl. Um, my jaguar or panther is already out as a as a bookmark for me. But
What's the can you show the front of the do you have the box?
no, but it's not hard to find. It's still in print. It's just
I think I have that
they're
deck.
animals. Yeah.
Yeah,
And Beth
yeah.
says,
Yeah, yeah, I do.
"Oh no, Miss Tarot D. Oh, we didn't get to do your birthday reading. Well, we'll do your birthday reading for you at the end of the show, and then you can come back and watch it, Miss Tarot D. Thank you for hanging out with us, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Here, cool. She tells me how to pronounce it. Cullining or Cullinan. Okay,
Uh
Cullining. Thank you, Beth. And Beth says yes, her goddess. I had to cut my book up and save pictures, and because I couldn't bring a lot with me, so I had to cut the book up, keep the ones I wanted. I donated it, the other images. So, yeah, they're beautiful. And Nancy, they are on Amazon, she said.
huh.
But I think Nancy says she's got these, but
Yeah, I
the
just
goddess
recognized
ones
the
and stuff.
pictures, that you were showing.
Actually, I think I might keep this out for tonight. Um, I'm all done sharing what I was going to share. Did you want to open the floor for anybody who would like some readings?
Sure.
So, did we want to do a themed one, or do we just want people to throw a question in there and we'll take a look at it and pull cards on it. You're my guest. What do you feel like?
I just am very adventuresome. I'll just go with anything. Oh, Beth has a question.
It's a heavy question.
A heavy question. Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Beth. And I also have my tiles. So anybody who would like to ask a question, or even if it's just a general, go ahead and put it in caps so Heather can see, because I got trifocals now. So it's kind of like backing up, looking down. It's easier to see them in, the big print. So. Well, we wait for Beth.
Oh, this Hokai Tarot, I really like the way it shuffles.
It sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, the same thing here with the Talisman Oracle. Okay, let's see. I'm going to put this up here. My sister, what the hell? What is going on? She is being snarky and not friendly. What gives? Typically, I don't do third party, but I've had kind of coming around with how, Spirit will give us answers, however, what we need to know. So I will pull in and around on the energy of Sis, and I'll see what I get and share that with you, Beth. So let me see which deck wants me to. Wow, I'm actually being called to my Hush Tarot. See, you never know what deck is going to call you for what question. Energy around us. Yeah, the energy, this is something I've been trying to do, because there are some readers, and this has been me for a while. Some readers feel that for themselves and for other readers, that it might be a question of ethics to pull cards and read on somebody's thoughts or feelings that we don't have permission of. And typically that's how I have been for the last year or so. But I've also had new people coming into my circle of readers that say, sometimes if we just ask spirits, whatever, to give us whatever information, maybe ask for the energy, and then whatever the cards show us and is what we are meant to be able to share. And if that makes sense, Beth. Technically a stepsister I have. Okay. Well, let's see what we get. I get you, Beth. My sister and I don't talk anymore either. Hmm. I'm going to mute myself.
Okay, I'm Beth the card. Okay, Beth, the deck that I went with for this reading is the Tarot of the Shadow Realm. And I drew initially I drew 3 cards. And I drew a clarifier for the second card. So the first card that came out, now this is the energy surrounding your sister. The first card that came up is the 3 of Swords. And of course we all know about the 3 of Swords and what it means, but when I look at this particular card and I read it intuitively, Beth, I see mental torment. I would say that something is bothering her. I don't know if it's something from the past or something that she's done that has come back to haunt her, but it's really bothering her. Now, the second card that came out, Beth, was the Ace of Wands, and the aces are like a new concept, and this particular card signifies like a new beginning, and so I don't know if she's wanting to get out of this energy and have a new beginning, and she's stuck there and she can't do it because the third card that I get is the Sun, and I'm not sure. I am feeling like the Sun has something to do with you. Um, are you always upbeat with her? You know, and like being positive to her negativity, perhaps. I mean, I don't know if that makes sense because I don't see the Sun as her. I mean, of course, this doesn't look like a very positive Sun card, but because the overall energy of the reading is the 5 of Cups. And you know that has to do with emotion, and I don't know. I think that she's in a lot of emotional torment or something. And the 5 of Cups also is like grief. She may be grieving for something that is lost, not necessarily a death, but maybe a part of her. Because the final card that I drew is the 4 of Swords, and it came out as as I mean, like rest and recuperation. I mean, to me, all I'm getting from this is torment on her part, that she's terribly upset about something. And I hope that this is making sense, because I don't usually do like third party like this, but I would say that she's uh I mean, I feel sorry for her. I mean, she must be going something through something that is really
Mhm.
really horrible. And that's what I got. And looking at this card over here now, this card is this is just was laying here, and I see this for you, because I this is the Lover's card, and it's very hard to love someone who is unlovable and someone who is not reciprocating that love. But if you can find it in yourself to embrace her in her situation and be there for her, and I mean, she may not acknowledge it or want it, but if you're there for her, and she knows it, and you're consistent with your love and compassion, I think that will help her. And that's what I got for you, Beth.
Okay, so, and Beth says grief does make sense. Not sure since we can't seem to talk about it, but grief makes sense. Okay, and she also said, "Oh wow, yes, this is a good perspective, Nancy. Perspective." Tom had to leave. He said he'll try to be
Oh,
back. Roman is here, Gold Monday. So asking for a general, so we will get to you. So Beth, I got a lot of cards here because I kept having pulling clarifiers for a lot of the just to try to, but here, let me just share another thing that she shared with you. I feel as though she has a lot of regrets. It's hard to say when people don't tell you.
yeah.
Okay, because Beth, I got a couple same cards that Nancy, at least the energy. So I'm trying to kind of here. Let me adjust here because I've got clarifiers here. I've got original cards there. So I initially pulled from the Hush Tarot, and the first card I got, I pulled the top and the bottom to get kind of what the main energy is, and then some underlying or subconscious energy or something that maybe isn't being seen. And then I still like a middle card to kind of represent the main aspect of the energy. Now the main card that I got was the Nine of Swords. So there is a sense of you can maybe say grief, but to me, the Nine of Cards is about cruelty, being unable to sleep, nightmares, just having this impending heavy energy coming down on her. It's just a lot of, or this could actually, let me rephrase that. For this here is feeling the both of you. I'm being told the both of you. And so this energy, something, and I'm going to get to the past cards, but presently there is this feeling of not being able to sleep, constantly being worried, a sense of some possibly some sort of cruelty, because I know cruelty is a main topic for this card. And so what I'm looking at here now at the top, and I'm going to kind of look into the recent past here possibly, I did get the Eight of Wands. Now, the Eight of Wands is energy that's swift moving, that's moving forward. Now, in Jeremy's deck, it feels like this is her and all these, so these are all the male cardinals. And then the female is fighting her way up to not get left behind, to show that she is still moving. So for me, when I first saw this, I got the sense of um, feeling like something moved so fast that there's a feeling of sense of not being able to catch up, being left out, being left behind. So for one of the clarifiers for this card, and let me set these here, was the Seven of Cups, which is about decisions and choices. I'm like, okay, what does these decisions and choices have to make up, have to be? And now, there's also the card about delusions and daydreaming. But for me, there was like decisions needed to be made, and there were a lot of them. And I'm feeling she got left behind. Maybe making decisions of something that was important. And what was that? I got the Emperor card, and I used my pendulum too on some of these to kind of try to narrow down exactly what energies, because I got several different court cards. So for me, the Emperor, and I asked my pendulum, this feels like a father figure, either an actual father or a father figure. I'm feeling like something may have happened in the past or recent past, something that happened very swiftly, that maybe she didn't have something to say, and maybe decisions that needed to be made. And when I asked more about the Emperor, I did get the King of Cups, someone who is very fatherly, very loving, very emotionally present. And I had the Ten of Cups, which, Ten of Cups is that emotional celebration, family. So I'm feeling that this was either your actual father or a father figure. Because I know you said earlier that this was a stepsister. So um, assuming that it's, a father that you share, but there's that male energy, and there was almost kind of like this disruption of this family, of a loss of this male, this father, and again, choices being made, whether choices of, or decisions of, who was involved in this, in a passing, or in choices surrounding this decisions that needed to be made. I'm feeling left behind. So I get the Nine of, Swords there, that on ability. I mean, that's a lot of heaviness, all those rocks and things hanging on her head, just weighing her down. So the underlying energy is change. Well, not change. I was looking at my other oracle card. I got the Six of Swords, and that's, moving forward, crossing to the other side. And for in this card, and I did ask the pendulum, this feels like her having to cross, having to leave. And these are piranhas, so crossing over waters that she felt were troublesome, that felt like they were unsafe to her. And this could be very well right now still the present energy. So I wanted a few more clarifiers for that. I did get the Queen of Pentacles, and I asked my pendulum, a couple of individuals, possibly in the family. So this feels mother energy to me. I asked straight out, is this a mother, the mother, or someone had motherly energy? And yes, so for me, her moving, this underlying energy moving across, maybe, I don't know if she goes to somebody else, if this is someone that she feels that she can get more nurturing from, who's more, gives her more of a sense of groundedness, of security, more stability. I asked for a clarifier. What did I get? I get the Empress. Again, mother energy, feminine energy, nurturing energy. And then I asked, for another clarifier. And I got the four. And it's interesting. I wasn't even going to use this deck, but this is the one I picked up. And I did get the Four of Wands, which is about celebration. And I'm like, okay, celebration. How are we moving into celebration now? But I pulled a few more cards. And Beth, I got the King of Wands. And this energy was telling me that this is you, someone who is very motivated, very passionate. It has that charisma, that enthusiasm. Someone who knows how to set things into motion, ideas, creativity, being able to, from a mature point of view, or come on, help me here, Mr. Leo. I'm trying to feel his aspects of what's going on here, because I did pull another card, Beth, and I did get the Hermit. So for me right now, this is an energy that's telling me that this is a introspection, a hermit mode, but this is connecting with you. So I think right now, because with the King, this might be, trying to find out what's going on, trying to get in there, what's going on. You're motivated. You want to know what the catalyst was. And again, the Kings are very protective, especially with this male Leo. It's very protective. It's very motivated. They know how to direct and guide, but right now is feeling the clarifier for that is needing to take a step back, to do some introspection, to do some self-reflecting. And that could very well be what's tying in with the Four of Wands, that this may just take time for this to heal, to build that celebration, to build that foundation again with you and her and or with the family. Um, and I'm avoiding chat because I just want to see if I can stay on this train of thought. Um, but yeah, the Leos, they're very fiery, and the Leo is actually looking at the Hermit. So this is maybe you looking at time, saying maybe I need to take a step back, give it some time, and slowly allow maybe her to help start rebuilding that foundation when she's ready. Now, another card that I also got the same as Nancy was the Ace of Wands, but I did pull a card from the Talisman Oracle, and I did get change. So some sort of change took place. Things started changing I'm feeling this is very family dynamic. And again, with the Ace of Wands, I think moving forward, that Ace of Wands represents new inspiration, new motivation coming through. So at some point, there is going to be a catalyst to start things moving forward. And now I've been trying not to bring my past and my, things into my readings. But for me, I understand with the sister. My sister and I went 8 years without speaking, but I held that space knowing at some point, if she ever came knocking on my door, I would be there to hold space for her to be able to talk and find out, okay, what went on. And this might be something, I don't know, that you two might need. Hopefully, it's not 8 years, but it just feels like there is going to be a change coming forward. That Ace of Wands is a positive energy. With you being the King of Wands, it might be she'll know that you are somebody that she can go to, try to be able to maybe hold that space for her. And that Hermit, maybe that Hermit will help you give some insight and introspection into what is, what you are feeling, what you are bringing into the relationship, and kind of maybe holding that space for her, or holding back to when she's able to approach and to be able to rebuild. And this was the final card that I pulled. So Beth, that Four of Wands is about celebration, about family, about foundation. So I hope that this at some point will work out. Please let us know if things do. But this is what I have, and that's where I'm going to end this with. So. Let me get kind of caught up here. Oh, Selena's here. Hello, beautiful. Um, I need a quick sip after all that, so pardon me for a second. Okay, so let me back up. Okay.
Where did she go?
Sorry, I got kicked out.
I was going to say, I just looked up and I was all by myself, and I
No,
thought,
I was
oh my
going up
gosh,
into chat,
I was
but I went
waiting
too
for you
fast.
to, talk about the chat. Yeah.
Let me see. Let me back up. Aloha, Jonathan. It's good to see you again. He also had an amazing reading today with Hershey. So, okay, grief makes sense. She has okay. I feel as though she has a lot of regrets. It's hard to say when people don't tell you. Okay, so Beth says, Heather, that would make sense in regards to her regrets, decisions she made. Her father died when she was 6. My father was her stepfather. My father was her stepfather. Okay, and they were not close. Interesting. I was close to my father. She sort of was left out. Old wounds. Okay. Being left behind. Okay. Um, Queen of Pence would be my stepmother. Her mother. She kept everything together. Yes, the hermit is actually right. I need to sit back and observe. And there's Selena. Hello, my dear. And Beth said, wow, thank you both so much. Here, let me put that up there. This has been so accurate and makes sense. Really spot on, both of you. Okay. Yeah. Families can be difficult. I know. And right now, my sister and I no longer speak again, but at least at that one point, we were able to get back together, get everything off our chest, because she went through a lot of stuff that brought her despair and sadness and bitterness that I was unaware of. And I had to hold that space for her to share that with me, and, vice versa. And then after a while, it's just like, okay, that was the closure, and we needed to go, on our own paths again. And I think, Nancy, was that what you were showing? Roman was the
Yes,
deck?
I
Okay.
held that. I held that up, and then I put it in the chat because I thought, well, maybe maybe he couldn't read that. So
Well,
I
Selena, if you want to join Nancy and I, if you're all by yourself, just let me know and I'll put um
yeah,
the link into the chat. Nancy, are you doing okay energy wise?
yeah. I'm getting tired, but
Oh,
but I mean, I'm good.
okay, because Roman asked for a reading and we wanted to do one for Miss Tarot D for her birthday. So would two more be okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Does
Okay.
Rome? Oh, he also wants to know what
Yep.
your black deck was.
The Mysticaya Moon. This can be found on Amazon. That's where I found that. Oh no, oh, she's working. Oh, I see what you, oh, all by, yeah, I know that song. Don't wanna be all by myself.
Yeah,
Yep, there I go again with the music
I just
still.
looked up and Heather was gone, and I was like, "What? She was just. Where did she go?"
So Roman says that he would like, so I think this is gonna be a general. Did you already pull for Roman?
No, I don't know what is
I
what.
think, he asked for a general. I'm trying to find.
Okay, no, I
Give me a
wasn't sure.
second.
Okay,
A general, yes.
okay,
So Gold Monday, or Gold Mooned XY, that's Roman. I met him through Steven's channel. So it's good to see you. And he would just like a general.
okay.
So let me put that there. Put this here. I got this song now in my head, Selena. I'm gonna have to listen to it after the show's over. Don't wanna be. I'm trying to remember who sang that song. Okay, so Roman would like a general. Roman, I don't know if this is the first time I read for you. Oh, and Selena, I love this talisman oracle. It's just beautiful. Hmm. Okay. Hmm. So I'm going to go Roman. Is that okay with you, Nancy, if I go
Oh
first?
yeah, I was pulling an oracle to go with what I got.
Okay, so Roman, I'm just going to take this down really quick. Interesting. So I pulled your oracle card from the talisman is the card Let It Go. So this is about letting things go. And, sometimes it's hard for a crab when he gets his little pinchers into something to let it go. But I got the card of Let It Go and I asked for a clarifier for it. And I got the Four of Wands. And so again, the Four of Wands came up, and the Four of Wands is about building foundation, celebration. Um, Sometimes this is family just going out to an event. But for me, it's feeling like to be able to start celebrating, to start enjoying life, and to start building the foundations that need to be done. Something needs to be let go of. Something needs to be let go. And this is feeling like something in the recent to, well, distant to recent past. So, but looking at this, it looks like you are working on letting something go, moving forward. Now, the top card, the Ace of Wands, came out again. So, Ace of Wands, something new is coming, something that's new creative ideas, new inspiration. Something is you're getting that idea, and wheels are turning. Having that wand coming in and being a source of inspiration, passion. And I'm looking at these cards. I'm like, hmm. So your middle card, and this is going to be for you, is the Emperor card, and of course the Emperor. I don't know if you are an Aries sun sign or have Aries in your main chart, but I do know Emperors are represented by Aries, and so this is a very so for me this is representing you. These new ideas, you are being looked at. This is the card of leadership. Also, somebody who is someone that is looked up to, that is considered reliable, has integrity. This is something very important to you. Taurus, Leo, ascending. Okay. But again, the Emperor, that energy of leadership, again, of integrity, being able to care and look for over other people, which would resonate with that Four of Wands, because looking over a kingdom, a household, possibly a job. But this Emperor, high standards. And I asked for a clarifier, and for a clarifier it gave me another major arcana, and I got the Lovers card. And of course, we know the Lovers card isn't always necessarily an intimate relationship. But that Lovers card is very interesting, and I am just going to shuffle really quick because I'm feeling like this Ace of Wands is there's like a flame starting, because the Ace of the Wands are also about passion, ignition, igniting. Um, this could be with, that's not Cups card, but that fiery passion, that sexual energy, something, creative, something new coming your way. And I get the Queen of Cups. So I don't know if you are currently maybe working on a relationship or maybe starting something new, but I am seeing with the Queen of Cups, someone, a female, very, very nurturing, and this could represent a male as well. But that Queen of Cups is very nurturing, very compassionate, very intuitive, and I love how it's Emperor. So we got that, and then with the Lovers in the middle. So I feel like this is a intimate relationship or a very close relationship with somebody. So the underlying energy is the Wheel of Fortune. And so, Wheel of Fortune, things are turning, things are moving forward, good fortune's on the way. And I asked for a clarifier, and I got the Three of Wands. So, this is about looking forward. It feels like something was recently kind of ignited. Some ideas are coming in, and with a possible relationship, whether intimate, close, personal, and the Wheel of Fortune going in the right direction. And with the Three of Wands, moving forward, we're taking that energy and we are fully expanding on it. We're exploring with it. We're moving outwards with it. And I was all able to get started by being able to let go maybe of something from the past and now building on for something new in the future. So that's what I have for you. And Lover's card came out for me as a final outcome tonight. Interesting. I need to get organized. But again, it doesn't have to be an intimate relationship. It could be, well, I mean, like a love relationship, partner like relationship. This could be just very much working with, getting passion to work with somebody to help maybe bring a goal or a project or something new that's getting started into fruition. The Wheel of Fortune, things moving in looking good for you. It's spinning in your direction, in your favor. And that Three of Wands is that you're sailing those ships, you're expanding and you're exploring. So very positive reading. I'll give you over to Nancy.
Roman, I got some interesting cards for you. I was reading from the Tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms, the Talisman edition for you, and I was listening to what Heather was saying, but I was concentrating more on the cards actually. You got with the tarot, you got 3 majors, and that's kind of amazing. But the first card that came out is the Hanged Man. And the hangman is like looking from a different perspective. But when I look at this card and I read it intuitively, it's like you are looking over things. You are sifting through things, your thoughts. You are pondering. And the second card that came out is the Hermit. And I think that I had a strong feeling about your guides that came in while I was working on this, and I feel that they're wanting you to spend some time in contemplation and like stepping away and meditating and drawing closer to the essence of your spirituality. From that, you will gain strength. And I love the strength card for you because you're looking at a change, and then you're looking from the spiritual aspect of it with the Hermit card, and that gives you this strength. And I wanted to go back to these cards, but I did pull an oracle card for you, and it's make a change, welcome change into your life. And I think that when you go through the process of these 3 cards, there will be a change in your life. But what I did with the 3 majors that you got, strength is number 8, and the Hermit is number 9, and the Hangman is number 12. And when you add those all up, it comes to 29. 29 reduces to 11. That is the Justice card. And it further reduces, 11 reduces to 2, which is the High Priestess. And the High Priestess is intuition, and it's an inner knowing. And the Justice card is balance. And I think that is that as you go deeper spiritually, you will have an awakening of your intuition, and you will have a deeper connection to spirit. And all of this will balance out everything in your life, so that you can go forward and maybe make some changes if you need to, or just, contemplate it. And that's what I got for you. I hope it makes sense.
Oh, so we got a couple of responses. So Roman says, very much so. Oh my God, the Hermit. Amen. And somebody else has a birthday coming up this month. The 29th is my birthday. It's also 1111 is also an angel number. Yes, it is. So happy early birthday, Roman.
Yes.
So that would make you a Libra. I think we're moving into Libra after Leo. Once I start getting near September, I know October is, going into Scorpio at some point, but sometimes I mix up but I think that's Libra. So, and Mangled Unicorn has joined us. That's Jax. Hello, Jax. Balance is required everywhere. Oh, we're going into Virgo. Thank you, ladies. Jonathan. I thought that was you for a second, Nancy.
No.
So it's Virgo. Alrighty. Well, that's interesting because during Real Sky, I'm supposed to have something with Virgo. So but I'll take cake anytime. I hear you. I love me a good chocolate cake. So, Nancy, I have a question for you because we told Miss Tarot D we would
Yeah.
do. Now, do you want to do that live or do you want to do that after we're done live and we send separate videos? Because
No,
I know
I'm
your
fine.
energy. Oh,
I'm
okay.
fine with doing it now, or I mean, it's whatever you want to do.
No,
I'm
I'm
good with
concerned about
I'm good
your
with either
energy.
way. No, I'm good for
Okay.
one
So,
more. This is going to be Miss Tara D, right?
Miss Tarot D's
Okay.
birthday reading. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And thank you everybody for hanging out with that. Jonathan says, I've always been one of the ladies. A very buff lady. Jonathan looking good going to the gym. Alrighty. So birthday for Miss Tarot D. Oh, we're so blessed to have her because when you have cancer, every birthday is something to be treasured and celebrated.
Mm-hmm.
So thankful to still have her. So Miss Tarot D. Wow. Okay. I think that just kind of came out in the cards. Yeah, make sure I use my tiles too from Miss Tarot D. Gonna watch on playback, so hear that, Miss Tarot D? There's the tiles. Alrighty, bye, Beth. Thank you
Bye
for
bye,
letting us read
Beth.
for you. Good to see you. Well, let me mute myself in case that gets too.
Okay. Okay, Miss Tarot D. I used the Tarot of the Sacred Kingdoms for you, the Talisman Edition, and I also felt led to pull a postcards from Spirit for you to end the reading. The first card that came out for you is the Hierophant, and when I look at this card, I see you because I'm not looking at the Hierophant from a spiritual uh, um, standpoint. I'm looking at the Hierophant regarding you with knowledge. And, you have a lot of knowledge in your work. You are very committed. And you are a pure advocate, which I would think is very hard to find. You're very special. But having said that, um, you carry, got the 10 of Wands, you carry a lot of burdens. Now, you have a lot of burdens on you because of your health, but also the when you're working, you take on the burdens of those you're helping. And it can be very daunting, I would imagine, you know. And the next card that came out for you is the Two of Swords. And I mean, decisions are made. You make important decisions every day. And this is so important because you have the heart to make the right decisions, even if they're difficult and they're hard to carry. You make the correct decisions. And the final tarot card that I got for you is the Magician. You have the power. You create. Well, you create a lot of things, but I mean, you create uh, cleansing sprays, and you create Florida water, and you create all these beautiful things, but you also create love, and you create a sense of community within our community. You pull us all together. You have that magic in you that can do this, and not everybody can do that. The final card that I got for you is a postcard from Spirit, and this is from your spiritual team. Dearest Miss Tarot D, over here, there is no mystery for us to unravel, as we know intimately how connected we all are, how the web of creation works, and how spirit is in every aspect of life, from the invisible to the visible. But it's impossible for humans to comprehend the complexities of how things actually work, because the most important threads in the tapestry don't make sense in the dimensions you live in. That said, you can feel the importance of these currents of energy that bring events together in miraculous ways. You can't understand with your mind, but you know with your heart and soul. Trust that even though you don't know the how, the what, or the why, we do. Surrender to the mystery and have faith that the unseen world is watching you with loving eyes as spirit weaves your life's mysteries and beautiful tapestry in glorious technicolor. Loving you so much as always, your team.
Oh, I
That's
love
what I
that.
have for you, Miss Tara D. And that was just pulled randomly out of all of these messages, and I think it was perfect for our Miss Tara D.
Yeah,
And that's what I have, and we love you so much,
we
and
do.
happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Wonderful. So, Miss Tarot D, your cards are showing, the struggles that you do have, but it also shows your beautiful strengths. Um, I got the Five of Swords. Um, that when I asked for a clarifier tile for you, I got the Five of Cups, and so these are signifying the battles that you've been through. Um, Fighting at all costs. Sometimes for some people, fighting to win at all costs is the negative aspect of this card, and it's the better to to be able to walk away. You were able to walk away, but you did fight. This was winning at all costs for you because life is so important to you. It's important to your beautiful spouse Hector, and to your family and your friends and us here on YouTube. And we do know that you do go through a lot of sadness, a lot of depression. Um, but, you know, even though that this is something that is in the conscious position that you deal with this during the day, every day or almost every day. Um, your next card in the middle for you is that you're still crossing that water. You're moving forward. You're not letting that hold you back. And I got the beautiful Queen of Pentacles for you. No, excuse me, Queen of Cups. for you with this. And again, has to do with water. So crossing that water, being able to still move forward, despite all the swords, despite, you know, the fight that needs to be done. You are still plowing ahead. You're moving across. You're not necessarily, not, it's where I want to say trying to get to the other side, but for you, it's the journey. This is that emotional journey. This is that mental journey, that you are able to. You're the one. Usually, there's a person on that boat in a regular tarot. There's more than one person, but this person here, this is you. You are driving your own boat. You are, you know, even with all those swords, you are still plowing through. You're still processing. You go through your emotions, but you're also with this Queen of Cups. She's a healer. And I want to read something to you from the Inner Tarot, because this is a book on healing. And she wrote a poem, and I want to read that for you. There, at the very crown of her head, was a huge channel of light that extended toward the sky and effortlessly connected her to Source, quite psychic herself. And that was the poem that Kate wrote for this. And this is basically the mother archetype that shows up in a reading. And again, this is about she's generous, she's maternal, she's empathic, she's healer, she's creative, she's soft, she's graceful. Miss Tarot D, this is everything that you are. You are our queen. You are our mothering energy. You are our healer. Even when you are not well, you held space for me yesterday when I needed healing, when I needed someone to talk to. So no matter what you go through on a daily basis, you still hold that beautiful energy. You are a healer. You are meant to be here. And your other cards I got was the nine, excuse me, yes, the Nine of Wands. You are, you're resilient. You are battle weary, but you still carry on the job that you do, helping others, fighting for those who have no voice, that need to be championed. You still stand there and you take care of those individuals. Every day you go in and you work hard. You do your best. You teach us what it is to give, to serve, and to also be able to show ourselves that self-love back as well. And your last three here, I got the Union card, and I automatically thought of you and Hector too with this card, beautiful Union card. And I want to share that from the Talisman Oracle. And it says here, this card represents unity, wholeness, and fulfillment. Harmony can rise from forces that can be seen as opposite, yet they are interconnected and they work to complement each other. This card can represent friendship, teamwork, or partnership. It's not essential to master every talent, skill, or knowledge because our unity with like minded people can bring the best results. This card teaches us to trust others and their areas of expertise. The heavy weight of responsibility can be divided, and the celebration of success is much sweeter when it's shared. And I thought that we were mentioning the burdens that Ms. Terody has to carry. But with this card, you still, with the Fool was your clarifier. The Fool is, you're still fearless. You still have a lust for life. You know that there's still much more journey to go through. And the Fool is also about lightness, joy, laughter, which you bring to our lives. And your last tile is the Ten of Pentacles. That's going to be your beautiful legacy of how you cared about people, took care of people, and how we in turn reciprocated that back to you. Your legacy is going to be how strong you fought, but never stopped loving and caring and fighting for others. And that's what I have for you, Miss Tarot D. Happy birthday, my dear. I'm so blessed to have you in my life. Thank you.
Beautiful, Heather.
Those tiles are so neat. Yes, they're very cool. I had to use them because she wants them so bad. who knows, maybe one of these days we can get her a set. So everybody, well, first of all, Nancy, thank you for joining me
Oh,
tonight.
I enjoyed it so much. I really
Um,
did. And I enjoyed everyone in the chat.
yes, I did too. It
Yeah.
was wonderful turnout tonight. And you are going to be doing a live show on Sunday, correct?
With Scott, yes.
Mhm. And
And we do
then,
readings every Sunday at
mhm.
7. And then on Monday, I'm reading with someone named Heather, with the essence of the essence of the what do we titled it? It's not the divine feminine anymore. It's
I just call it
the
the sacred feminine within because we have the
sacred
divine, the
feminine
sacred
within.
feminine
Okay.
within all of us. Yeah.
Yeah, I
I mean,
was
if
thinking
it's
it was
easier to
the
go back to
essence of the
divine.
feminine. I don't know. I've got Selena coming in.
Well, it would be lovely to have Selena join us again too someday.
Yes, it
So,
would. It would.
um,
Yeah.
Roman said, Heather, did you say apology? And did you say apologies? Did you say the black deck's name, the Misty? It's kind of hard. It's the Mysticaya. Let me see if I can. So Roman, there you go, right there. The Mysticaya moon.
Mysticaya.
I love that. It's just beautiful too how she came up with that. And it's a woman that created this deck. She's her own business. So I've had this deck now for over a year. As far as I know, she's still on Amazon. And that brings us to the end of our show. And I don't know, we haven't decided on a topic for Monday, but sometimes we don't need one. We'll just show up and be the divine. Who knows? It might be easier to go back to divine feminine, but we are,
Well,
all
that's just me. I get that way. But I think just whoever it doesn't matter what it's called. We just have a good time, and I have
yes,
learned
we
so
do.
much. I have learned so much. I really
So
have.
have I. And a lot of our chatters help us to learn too.
Oh
They share
yes.
their knowledge and their
Oh,
experience with us.
always,
So
always.
it's goes hand in hand, and they're the best chatters, like we
Yeah.
always say. So everybody have a great rest of your night, and we will see. Well, Nancy, we'll see you on Sunday with Scott. So
Okay.
everybody have a good night. Thank
Bye
you
bye,
again.
everybody. Mwah.
Have a good weekend.